Hey everybody,
Hey,
we are back. It is Inverted Reality, that is who we are, and we are checking out some Destiny 2 today. It's gonna be first of probably a few videos.
yeah,
So I'm playing
as
on...
many as we can get away with.
That's right, until you guys start complaining. So I'm on Nessus. We're not doing any spoilers here as much as possible. So we're just jumping into a public event. We are... Oh, I know how to do the heroic for this one. So we're just jumping into a public event. It's...
Yep.
This is Nessus, one of the moons of Venus. Right? Does that sound right?
I don't know.
I don't know. Whatever. You would know if you are a planetologist or whatever. I think that's the official term. Planetologist.
Cosmetologist.
Yeah, that's the one. So
Nailed
this
it.
is my alt. I'm playing on my Titan. I'm playing with the Striker class, which is suddenly my favorite class, like out of all of them,
Yeah,
because it's... I don't know if you've played much with the Striker class
I
yet.
haven't played much.
Oh,
the Titan is the
dude.
last character I'm playing with.
Okay, all right. So normally I main as a Warlock. He mains as a Hunter. And Titans... I realized when I first started Destiny... No. Get out. I realized when I first started Destiny that I should be playing as like a melee character. And I just changed my mind last minute. I was like, you know what? This Warlock sounds like a good middle ground. Like, he's got some range, but he's also got some melee. Like, it'd be a good one to go by. So I played Warlock, and I loved it. It was awesome, really fun to play, all that jazz. And then I found the Titan later on. I was like, I should have started here. This is me to a T. Like, this is me, like
It
my
is
real
very
life,
much you. It's a
my
tank
real life
character.
version. So I still like prefer the Warlock, but if I had started differently,
Hey,
oh,
there's
that's
the
an
ramen.
awesome
I
emote.
love it. The emotes in this game are
Dude.
way cooler than they were in
they
Destiny
are.
1.
There's a ton of them. Like, there's some
Or a
exotic
bunch.
ones.
I have the shuffle dance.
Yeah, that's one.
Makes me happy.
That was one you could buy last week. I don't know if you could buy it this week. I haven't been on
Yeah.
since the reset. It's the first time I'm getting on. So this one, there is a structure there in the center, and we're supposed to keep people from getting to it. And to get the heroic version, you have to do what I just did and capture all three of the gates. Pretty straightforward. Now you hold everybody off for a minute and a half, and you start to get a lot bigger enemies.
Yeah, so that's kind of one of the differences between Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 is all the public events, A, are easier to find.
Yep.
And B, have heroic modifiers. So if you just play it straight through and don't do the stuff to get the heroic event, you just play it as a normal public event, and it's totally cool. But for each public event, there's different things you can do, like the gates, or kill certain people, or break certain things to get the heroic event. You get better rewards out of it.
Rewards. Yeah, not as much like better rewards like early on here. So like I'm level
Yeah.
14 right now. It's still like pretty like just average to above average rewards. You're talking like end game stuff when you're in like 250s, 260s, and you start to want to see like exotic Ingrams and stuff coming out of it.
Yeah.
Heroic event is like doing it that way is a must. I think there's 7 or 8 public events. I could be wrong. They're all they have so much more going on than the original Destiny. I think part of that is the heroic modifier, just because it's...
But that's also like public events are like a thing you can do pretty much constantly.
Yep.
So on the map this time, if you didn't play Destiny 1, the public events were not on the map. There was a website we could all go to and watch it, and sometimes it was right,
Showing
and
you
most
the
of
map.
the times it wasn't.
So here's what it looks like. This one's active over here. I'm on one right here.
Yeah.
But
So you
Minimap's
can
awesome.
mark it on the map and run to it, and it tells you a timer of when it's going to start. When you get there, you can do a thing called Rally to the Flag, which fills up your ammo and your super and all that stuff. Hey, level 15.
yeah, I did.
And then you're like joined in on a public event, and you can kind of like screw around in the area and then come right back to
It'll
it.
tell you when it's going.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, they're really smooth, really easy to do. Let me take a look at my map and see what else we got. We're gonna poke around this a bit. Like I said, no spoiler stuff. We're just here to hang out. There's a region chest over here. So I think it's
You
not
done
grayed out. I don't think I've done it.
Lost Sector right there?
Oh yeah, let's go do that. Let's go do this lost sector over here.
Lost Sectors are another new like piece of the
Yes.
patrol map
Mhm.
world. So if you're new to Destiny, you go to the different planets for the story.
Right.
And then after you've done the story mission on that planet, it opens up the patrol missions on that planet. So you can go back to it, just kind of wander around, pick up public events, adventures, and these new things called Lost Sectors that you can just run across. So there's a marking on the wall that will show you. It's also on the map. You can get to the general area on the map, and you gotta find it once you get there.
Yep.
And then you go through it, and there's like a boss and a little loot chest at the end. And
So this is it's this class you'll see like when I'm start to run, you'll see this.
blue.
It's the shoulder charge.
look
So it was-
behind you a little bit. Let's find that symbol.
Oh, okay. I thought it
Right
was
there.
There you go.
Lost Sector.
Lost sector. So now you know that there's a cave entrance nearby, And in there, it's basically just some people would call it a dungeon. I don't know if I would necessarily go that far, but you're talking like a 5-minute detour.
Like a really low level dungeon if
Yeah.
we were to classify it as that.
It's still like, I mean, it's got a boss, it's got enemies in it.
Yeah.
But it'll take you into, a new section of the game, and there will be enemies in there, and then a boss at the end. Once you beat the boss, you get what's called a cache key. Where the heck am I going?
Yeah, you should have stayed up there.
Yeah, I did this one wrong. Some of them are really easy to navigate. Some of them are not as easy.
Yeah.
Some of them are just super obvious to find. Again, not all of them are.
Well, you forget like
Jeez.
when you turn around.
Where did I come in at? Did I come in over there? And so I
Yep,
got to go this
that
way.
way. Yep.
All right. There we go. So this is a shoulder charge. The cool thing about it is that, well, watch this. So he also explodes into arc and does damage to those around him. Those guys weren't close enough.
Yeah,
I'll
he
get
didn't
some
have
more
room to
range.
run.
But so
Yeah.
it's another level on it basically.
Ah,
Not going well. So I'm going to use my class ability here.
ding.
This thing is awesome. So I don't know. I don't remember if it's just a specific perk or if it always does this. Watch my ammo count. Like you watch that. Boom.
Oh,
Drop
it
behind
just
cover,
reloads for you?
reloads it for you.
That's awesome.
It's so good. Does it with any gun, even like a grenade launcher. It's just so handy
Wow.
because I could sit behind cover. It's so good. This is the half shield one. They have one that's like full, so it like covers you
Yeah.
entirely when you're standing.
Can't shoot through it.
Yeah, can't shoot through it. Neither can they.
But it'd be good in an emergency situation.
Where you just need to regen health and aren't worried about
Absolutely.
killing anyone.
Yeah, you're next to an exploding box. Just
Yep.
So you know.
I was thinking that. I have 2 grenades on. It's one of my perks.
I was wondering. I was like, wow, you throw grenades quickly.
Yeah, they respawn super fast. I'm excited to show you this super because if you played it before, this is the Striker, so it's Fist of Havoc's, right? But when you played it in Destiny 1, you had 1 Fist of Havoc. That's it, right?
You smash it. and
You
that's
smash it and then you're done. And it's not like that anymore. That's what I will say. This is the first subclass you unlock. It's just as you play the game, you'll come across something to start the process to unlock it. That's all I'll say. And then you'll have it. It'll be really easy to get
Yeah.
in terms of like actually getting a drop. Not a rare drop. So here you go. So
No,
first, press the button. Boom. Well, now I could do it like 3 more times. I just have a natural shoulder charge with it as well. Yeah, it's awesome. That
That's
was
pretty
poorly
cool.
executed. But you could do like 3 or 4 slams and like a shoulder charge or 2. It's great. It's great for
Oh.
like area control, like bringing down a bunch of enemies, bringing down a boss.
I love this
just
slap
awesome.
rifle.
Right?
Because it sounds like you were killed by an insult.
It does. I will give you that.
Yeah, I have been really happy because I do main as a hunter, and I was worried as we came into Destiny 2 because all the coverage was, oh, look at the new Titan super, and look at the new Warlock super, and like, ah, hunters, you get this cool stick. And they never really like showcased it, which I kind of get because it's not like the sexiest looking thing,
But man,
but
it
at the
looks
same
good.
time it is. You just have to find that it's when you pop it out, it doesn't look that cool.
Yep.
You have to see it in game. And so if you played Destiny 1, or if you didn't, the Arc super used to be, you were a blade dancer, so you'd pull out a knife and you were super fast, run around stabbing fools. And it was kind of fun. And at the beginning of Destiny 1, it was like super powerful and a really great PvP super. But it kind of got nerfed and became obsolete.
Yep. You just
But-
didn't use it. I mean,
No,
you used
yeah.
it still in PvP a little bit, but PvE it just had like no applications. for
Yeah,
it.
none. This one, you get
Lost sector looted.
ding. You like whip out like a bow staff now, and you're all electrical, and you can jump up and like slam it down for this big area of effect. And when you swing it, like you can hit people. It also has a little bit of a distance thing on it, and you're really fast. And oh,
Yeah,
it's amazing.
It's awesome. Yeah, the Sentinel class for the Titan. It's if you've watched any like of the promotional stuff for it, it's basically Captain America, right? It's
That's the
a
shield one.
shield you got going on. This one doesn't have an exit up here. Some of the lost sectors you can get out from back here. Some of them you have to walk back through. So we're actually gonna
Ooh,
fast travel.
grip.
Fast travel out here. I want to show you guys this super before we go because it's fun.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's not really any public events nearby.
Not really.
You know,
I mean,
I'll
that's
just,
your closest public event.
I'll just crush some stuff. That's what
Yeah.
I'll just crush it. So it's nice because it not only
I'm
marks
gonna
when a
wreck it.
public event is, it tells you how long you have until it starts.
and also, you can fast travel.
Yeah, you
which
can
is-
fast travel different
Yes,
sections.
before in Destiny 1, if you wanted to go back to there was only one place you spawned in.
Yep.
If you wanted to go back, you returned to orbit and then flew back in.
Yep. So I do have a couple grievances with the map. I'm sure it'll be fixed. People are gonna. I mean, the game's been out a week. Quality of
Yeah.
life is gonna happen. I think a couple things with it. It's really great to see. First off, though, it doesn't center on your location on the map
Yeah,
when you open it.
that is annoying.
Yeah, I'm sure it's something that'll get changed. There's no way they wouldn't change that. Then another one is it doesn't show you where your fire team members are on the map. If you another part of that, if I set it like a marker for something, so like I want to go to this public event, so I set a marker for it.
Yeah.
He doesn't see it.
No, I would not
So,
see it.
I would like to be able to see it, just even as a different color from your targeting, just to be like, hey, this is where your fire team member's going.
Yeah,
And then lastly, I'd like to be able to set a waypoint anywhere on the map.
that'd be kind of nice.
To be able to
like mark lost sectors,
mark
and
lost
chests
sectors, or
and
more
such.
importantly, chests. Yeah. So that's kind of my things. Again, small things, doesn't really affect anything for me. Just some of the things I would like. Early in the game here, you don't have a sparrow. So on my character, once you beat the story, you get your sparrow.
Yeah,
So I'm still a little ways from the story. I'm just been, pushing through and having fun on this character, learning my Titan a bit more. Boy, it's taking me a bit to get my super up here.
a
Oh
little
wait,
bit.
I'm about to go to the rally to the flag, and then I'll go crush some
Oh, there you
crush some foes. Yeah, it's awesome. This is just gorgeous. Like, take this in. Like, all these big eyeballs going around. Like, oof, looks pretty. Oh, so pretty. The green sun, of course. I don't know. What do you think about like how the patrols are now as opposed to what they were in Destiny 1?
They're better because they're worth doing over and over.
Yeah.
Like in Destiny 1, like when you start, you're like, oh, patrols, and then you get bounties later on. So you're like, oh, do 5 patrols on the moon
Yeah.
and collect, whatever the currency is or whatever
Mm-hmm.
on this planet. It's like, okay, that was cool for like the first like 2 weeks
Yeah.
as people who play Destiny every day and
Right.
whatever. It's like, yeah, it's kind of boring now. And so basically when Destiny 1 was all said and done, all you had to do was
Clearly,
you 100% ran away from the public event you were next to.
I definitely
You marked the
forgot
wrong
to change
one.
my marker. Like that marker was on before. Whatever. It's okay.
Yeah, once Destiny 1 was all said and done, it was you come in, you do the daily, you do the weekly, you do the nightfall, and you raid.
Mhm.
And that's all you did.
Which
And
was fine.
Which
I mean,
is
that was
fine,
fun.
but like for someone like me, it's like, okay, like that's all. Like I could do the daily and I can do the weekly, but it's like I don't want to raid every week. Like,
Yeah.
not my thing. Because like, yeah, some weeks you'll do good and you'll raid for like an hour and a half, and like that's a short raid and you're
Mhm.
good to go. And other weeks you're in the raid for
You just
like
have no
4
luck.
hours, and everyone's frustrated. Nobody's having fun anymore.
Yep.
And even when you beat it, you're just like, ugh, I've beat it before, and the satisfaction of beating it is less and less every time this
I don't
happens.
deserve to get to kill those guys. It was awful showing.
But here it looks like there's going to be plenty to keep it fresh for a good long time. And
Oh yeah.
when eventually that kind of burnout point hits and that like saturation lands, it'll be
We're so far away
much
from that
farther
now,
down.
which I love.
Yeah.
So I think what the nice thing is, like in the patrols we had, like you would go to your patrol beacons and you would find a few bounties and do your thing. But it was very basic. You actually have those same beacons here, but you don't unlock them until much later in the game.
Yeah.
And it's just one small portion of it. So here we go.
New super.
So throw shield,
Throw the shield.
and then you could swing it basically.
Then you can stand behind it.
Yep.
Hit L2 and you'll. Cha-ching.
Choo-choo, and it'll reflect all your damage. The more damage you take, it'll absorb your super. That's it. It's awesome. It's fun. It's a more defensive one. When you unlock the last of the perk strands for it, you actually can turn it into a Ward of Dawn instead. If you hold your super button down, you can do a Ward of Dawn like you used to do in it. So yeah, that's something for you.
Yeah.
Very exciting. I love this environment. The environments are, I feel like they're just really different.
Yeah.
In a way that's very gorgeous.
They look a
So-
lot more 3-dimensional than
Yeah.
Destiny 1 did.
Yeah, there's a lot more verticality, I think, between stuff and just the background, like the backdrop of everything you have. It looks the same as the game you're playing, and everything's just gorgeous. So you
Yeah.
can really see next-gen stuff at work. You're not being held back by that console. So that's going to do it for this Destiny video. If you guys want to see more, let us know. We're trying to avoid spoilers from now so you guys can finish the story,
Yeah.
pick up the game, that sort of thing. If there's more stuff you want to see that we're not doing, let us know. We may do some strikes. We may post parts of the raid at some point. I don't know. We'll
knows?
see. We've got endless amounts of time to play this. Sure. So, all right. Thanks for now, guys.
Bye.
Bye.